Morning, I'm Doug Brown. I'm your Falmouth Selectman. I'm here to talk about coastal resiliency. We're here at Trunk River. I'm not sure if you all are aware, but we got a sewer main running underneath this bike path here. And as you can see, the ocean is very close to our infrastructure. So we've got a lot of concerns in Falmouth of coastal resiliency. We've got Chappaquoit Beach has a road that's washed out. We've got to build that up. At Chappaquoit, the DPW is using sheet piles to reinforce the road, whereas the old way was concrete with stones in front of it. The sheet piles go much deeper and hopefully will last longer. So that's a big investment. Here at Trunk River, we don't have permits for that type of work. When we have an issue, we can only replace in kind what's here, which means the DPW just comes down and kind of puts it back together the way it is. So what we've done is we've formed the Coastal Resiliency Action Committee, which is a group of smart folks that really know the coast, and they're looking at ways that we can be more prepared when these events happen. Whether or not that means reinforcing this sewer line and protecting from the ocean, or possibly relocating it, whatever that final decision will be, we've got to figure it out soon and make a plan. So historically, Knobska Beach, Knobska Point, has been a source of sand for this stretch of beach. And if you're aware that back in the 60s or 70s, I believe it was, the Army Corps of Engineers decided it would be best to armor Knobska with stones and protect that bluff from erosion because they wanted to protect the lighthouse. When they did that, they stopped our source of sand that's coming to this stretch of beach. So now we've got a sort of an unnatural situation where our source is armored, but our coastline is not, and we're losing sand here as in other places in Falmouth. So I think another aspect that we're going to have to consider is whether or not we want to do beach nourishment. Typically our sand flows from the west to the east because of the tides and the currents and the prevailing winds. So that's another aspect of coastal resiliency that we need to probably think about and get ready for. Another vulnerable area in Falmouth is Minot Beach. Currently we're losing 4.1 feet per year of beach at Minot. I think that's the quickest rate of erosion that we have in town, and that's a big priority for us. We just got a grant from the Coastal Zone Management to study sediment transport to try to understand where our sand is going at Minot. It's a $124,000 study. I really hope they come up with some good answers for us and a plan to move forward to try to slow that erosion. So these are all things that we have to look at, but beach nourishment is going to be an important part of maintaining our beaches. And personally, I feel like we should look at offshore mining, bringing the barge, pumping the sand from offshore right back onto the beach. Well, so these are my opinions as what things that we need to do in Falmouth, and I'm just speaking from my own personal view. This is what I feel like we need to move forward. I hope that other selectmen and other people in town adopt similar views, or at least keep this on their radar and keep us moving towards coastal resiliency planning and being ready for the next big storm.